Hi, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf Channel, your source for Red Pill Truth. And today we are going to do a topic on alpha females. Her personality, what distinguishes her from the other 5 categories in the pyramid triangle that we called the social hierarchy. All right, are you ready for this? Let's dig in, shall we? So, grab you something to drink. Pause this video. Got me something to drink here on the hand. Pause, just grab you something to drink, and we're going to discuss what is an alpha female. Okay, now in the animal kingdom, we have the alpha, beta, and the different other categories that follows. All right, so let's go ahead and let's dig into this. So I'm fixing to go ahead and open up this browser tab right here. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the alpha female. What makes her stand out from the other females in the social hierarchy? So right here is 9 ways you could tell who the alpha woman is. So the alpha woman is the one who can command a room. She leads. She's basically the glue that holds the organization together. Very interesting, isn't it? So many females have different personalities. You've got the alpha, beta, delta, gamma, omega, and sigma. Okay? So I'm fixing to go over these personality traits individually on this channel. Okay? So in the animal kingdom, we typically have a male and female gender. So usually the alpha will lead, then everything else will follow after the alpha. However, due to the controversy or what's going on in today's society, the term alpha female has been thrown around casually. So by science, it is a female who can lead the organization where she may be employed at. She embraced her leadership ambition. She's talented, highly motivated, and self-confident. That's what an alpha female is, a woman who embraces her leadership ambitions, is talented, highly motivated, and self-confident. Okay? So, just by looking at these 2 links, alrighty. So, the female alphas embrace their confidence. This helps them lead others. An alpha female tends to, number 1, believe in her ability to achieve is limitless. Self-identify as an alpha female. Have constant confidence that's contagious, which is very helpful for successful organizations with minimal turnovers. So you follow me on this? Showcase leadership characteristics. Can be recognized by others being impactful and have extremely high ambitions to take the company or organization a step further in life. So the term alpha has come from a research on animal behaviors, traditionally used to designate a male animal and a female animal as a leader of the pack. In these days, the term alpha has morphed. Do you see where I'm going at with this? And let's go ahead and dive into what exactly is the alpha female is. Okay. And how can you spot an alpha female in an organization? We're going to get to that in a bit, okay? Of course, I'm going to put this link in the description. You can take the quiz to see if you will see what kind of a person you are based on the questions asked, okay? From the quiz, okay? Now, number one, they offer fearless leadership. Okay? Alpha female offers fearless leadership. Okay? Are you seeing this? Now, in one study defining alpha female leadership measure, researchers developed a 14-item questionnaire to measure the alpha female personality. They looked at qualities such as number one, self-esteem, emotional intelligence, leadership, gender, ideal, extroversion, and whatever they found that was very pertinent to this study. They found alpha female embraces their leadership role and tendencies. So no reluctant leaders here. Why does reluctance matter? And a woman can be in a leadership role and not embrace it. This does not make her any more or less of a leader. It does mark her as a non-alpha female. Take a look at the difference between in these self-identifying statements. Now, anyways, I'm gonna put this link to this webpage in the description below. Take the quiz to see where you stand on it, and if you like, you can share what you find on my channel on the comment section. Okay. A reluctant female leader will say these things. I'm not sure if I belong in this leadership role. I'm not a natural born leader. See, I don't know enough, earn enough, or do enough to lead. See that there is a questionable leader or a person who follows. Do you see where I'm going at with this? Excuse me. A fearless alpha female might say these three things below. I know I can inspire others. Number two, I love being a leader. Number three, I know I can make a great impact in the world. So, just to give you a heads up. Now, an alpha female had to crawl from the bottom and work her way up to be where she's at on the social structure. Are you following me on this? Okay. They possess a high emotional intelligence right here. Now, their highly emotional intelligence is very important. They recognize, understand, manage our emotions, recognize, understand, and influence emotion of others, and be aware that emotions can drive our behavior and impact people positively and negatively. And because alpha females have high emotional intelligence, they also serve as social lubricators or business mediators, which is most commonly seen in the workplace world. Are you following me on this? Often, Alpha females are able to bring social ease to a group. They tell jokes. They start conversations. They introduce people. They smooth over business disagreements and take charge. It's very important to take note of this. Okay? And also, they are obsessive learners. Did you know that? They're obsessive learners. In a study called Leadership Influence Over Veteran Alpha Female. Okay? The researchers found that a common theme among veteran alpha female leaders was the importance of continuous learning. Okay, 100% of female leaders involved in the study expressed appreciation for their ability to learn to face challenges, learn from experience, learn from others 100% of the time. Alpha females prioritize learning. They, number one, read constantly books about what they do and books of subjects completely new to them. They want to keep learning. And the more you learn, the more you evolve, and the more doors of opportunities open to help the organization go further in life. Number two, they dive deeper into their expertise. They like to be experts. Just remember, no one is too old to learn. You see where I'm coming at? And number three, learn about new fields, research, and topics. These are often these go-to women whenever there's a problem in the workplace. They're to go-to people to find the answers, to get the answers, to apply the answers to a problem for solutions. And number four, take professional development courses to further their development. Number five is ask questions. Number six, learn from experience. Alpha females are a very crucial part of an organization. They're often the glue that holds the organization together. Okay? The alpha female will often be a good leader to keep the delta male and delta females happy, which is known as the backbone of an organization. If you know what I'm saying on this. Okay? Now, another aspect of obsessive learning is that alpha female also embrace learning from other challenges. And also, the ability to learn from our obstacle is a skill. So, also, furthermore, let's go forward. Many alpha females found that challenges were actually instrumental towards shaping their experience and talents. Okay, also take another note. They are strong. Okay, they are strong mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and occupationally. They're strong in those fields. You see where I'm going at with this? So, being an alpha female in an organization is a very tough job. They have a very, very huge weight being carried on their shoulders, so to speak. Being an alpha female means, they're strong intellectually, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, but not physically, all right? So, anyways, so this is what an alpha female would say in reality to what we're discussing on this channel. I was surprised to discover the quality listed in research, and I knew the alpha females had to be strong. But I didn't necessarily equate with that female toughness. One of the questionnaires I asked the alpha female if they agreed on the following number of statements. Number 1, I consider myself tough. Number 2, I'm stronger than most girls I know. Number 3, I enjoy athletics and physical activity. That's those 3 things right there. All right. It seems mental strength is related to physical strength. Let's get into this, shall we? This could be the side door into more alpha nests. You want to feel more mentally tough? Maybe it's time to join the boot camp. Okay. Wish you had thicker skin? Go lift some weights. Remember, the alpha female hood is not like pregnancy or you are or you aren't. We're not talking about reproduction here, but you kind of get the hint. I believe alpha femaleness is more of a spectrum. Some women have high tendency to be alpha. They enjoy social conducting of being the leader or the center of attention. Some women like being alpha females in their home, but not in their business environment. Or vice versa. Some women are only social alphas around a certain group of friends, but that's okay. And also take a second look at this. They are sought out. Okay? Do people constantly ask your opinion? Are you a go-to person in your group or friends? Do you give advice? Researchers found that alpha females are often put in the position of mentorship, whether they like it or not. People seek their guidance. People ask them for advice. People put them in leadership positions. Okay? Alpha females are sought out for help. Alpha females also seek out ways to help. Do you follow me on this? The research also found that majority of female leaders report a feeling of internal satisfaction in being able to give back to others. They mentored, volunteered, and gave back to people around them. I've seen this phenomenon in action. One of our Science of People programs is certification in body language. Did you also take note that they're highly ambitious? I was very inspired reading studies on alpha females. Alpha females feel their ambitions are limitless, that the bounds of success does not exist, that they could achieve anything. How incredible. This doesn't mean the alphas have to go it alone. But see, they need betas, delta, gammas, omegas, and of course sigmas to go along to help keep the organization going. But take note, the sigma females is a polar opposite of the alpha females. They both share the same traits, okay? And as I note, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot put an alpha female in the same room or the same office as a sigma female. That right there is violence waiting to happen. Because the alpha female's got an idea how things should go. The sigma female, which she hates the social hierarchy. She hates having anything to be doing with the social hierarchy. So, with that being said, friction can happen in the office. Could be an argument, could be violence. Think about this. Now let's get back to the article. They're highly ambitious, okay? they feel good about they feel their ambitions are limitless, that the bounds of success does not exist. They could achieve anything. How this is credible. This doesn't mean the alphas have to go at it alone. In fact, quite to the contrary, many of the veteran alpha females is okay. So I don't know if I read all this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This external support did not have to come from traditionally two-parent home or immediate family. And some people are natural born leaders. Okay? Ambitious alpha females seek out number one, mentors, seek out challenges, look for new opportunity, want more income, more chances, more from life. In other words, she doesn't settle for less. Okay? The research also found that alpha females or self-identified as leaders felt a sense of personal charisma and empowerment. And luckily, these traits should be learned. Also take note, they love their mamas and daddies. She come from the balanced home. And some alpha females can be built from ground up. Depending on who the mentor is. Anyways, so they love their mamas and daddies. In a study, college leaders meet the alpha female, the glue that holds the organization together. Research found that family situation, early socialization of the alpha female mattered. Their relationship with their parents was strong, especially with their mothers. Quote, you heard me say this, their mothers. This makes sense. So when women come from a strong, solid family foundation, they feel that they have more courage to venture out. A motherly female role model, whether the mother was an alpha or not, also gives encouragement to budding alpha personality. So what we learn is that alpha female is also a mother. You might wonder if the alphaness is a nature or nurture. The answer is still unclear. The research indicates many alpha qualities can emerge early, but most attributes take time to develop. Are you following me on this? This is getting interesting. I'm learning more on this. They cultivate harmony. So as we take a very good deep look, as we take a second look at this, they cultivate harmony. And she can intimidate men. But we're going to get to that later, okay? We are going to get to this later. Okay, in the book, The Female Brain by Luann Brizendine, she discussed the evolutionary and biological importance for females to get along, keep harmony in a group. And it's often been said that females can soothe the rough waters. Did you get that? When there is mass chaos, females that often are alphas can soothe the choppy waters. Alrighty. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into this discussion. So, From a very young age, girls are taught far more than boys to share, cooperate, play fair. The girls get very good at reading others' emotions and adapting to the tone of a group. Alpha females actually make it easier for a group of girls to interact because there's one unspoken leader. This leader sets the tone for the group and allows girls to get along without having power struggle. In this way, alpha females are often social conductors. You get this? Some other interesting alpha female phenomena I personally have noticed. Alpha females are social conductors. Non-alpha females are her orchestra. Next time you're at a party or a networking event, try this fascination experiment. Find a group of 3 or more women. Get this? You do not even need to be close enough to hear them. They should be in your line of sight. Then put 5-minute timer on your phone. Watch and take notes of which direction of the women's feet. Always, women point their feet toward the person they are more interested in or who they feel is leading the group's tempo. Only in 5 minutes, you will be able to see where the majority of the women are pointing their feet. And amazingly, you will notice that most women in a group will be pointing toward the same woman, even if they are in a circle, and even though that woman is not talking. Also, take notice this. When an alpha woman leaves, a social vacuum is created. Another way you can spot an alpha female in the group is by watching how each group member exits. When non-alpha females leave the group, nothing much happens. Conversation continues and gap closes. Group members move on. However, when the alpha female, and there is only can be one, see below details, leaves, you will see something odd happen. Either a conversation stops completely or the group member looks around expectantly for a new alpha, or the group disperses. There's got to be one strong alpha female in charge. So, okay. Let's look at the other one for disaster, okay? We're going to go ahead and take it, okay. There can only be one alpha female per cluster. Are you following me on this? So, as I said about the alpha and the sigma female, alpha female and the sigma female in the same room can be disaster because they both share the same traits, except one is extroverted and one is introverted. The sigma female is introverted. Okay? What happens when 2 alpha females are in the same office? One word, disaster, or maybe 2 words, disaster and drama. The alpha female with a higher degree or alphaness usually take charge, and the second alpha female backs down. Well, while she sees that she plots revenge and then backs down. Are you taking note of this? Well, okay. And in social groups, most alpha female drama come from when two alpha females are competing to be the social conductor. In a non-alpha female or alpha female of a lesser degree, we're not sure who to follow. This is like putting two matching general managers in the same company. One is going to exert power struggle over the other. One GM wants to go do everything one way. The second GM wants to go do it his way. Power struggle. Perhaps this video, even though I am doing a video on alpha females, should be a very important video for the director of operations or the area manager or the district manager or the CEOs of successful corporations should listen to this message. They should listen to this message. There has to be one alpha. There has to be one alpha in the cluster. Because if you put more than one alpha in the same company building, you will have drama. You will have friction. You will have power competition. You will have workers throwing in the towel and leaving the company. Okay? This is equivalent of putting more than one family in one house. There's a power struggle. Now, but there must be at least one alpha female. Sorry about that. Oddly, there must be one alpha female. There must be at least one. We all experience whether we knew or not a group without an alpha female. We describe it awkward, weird, or boring. This because in a group of women with a very low alpha female tendency, no one is sure how to act, where to talk about, or where the social pace is. Alpha females have a very important role in the social lubrication. Watch out. Well, see, I'm not going to turn this video on because I don't want to get a strike by YouTube, okay? Now, also take note of this. They have exceptional confidence. Sorry about that. The alpha woman considers herself equal to her peers. Okay? And believes her ability to achieve success are limitless. Many alpha women are able to maintain high achievement in educational career endeavors and have demonstrated more ambition than a traditional female leader. Okay? The confidence is contagious. With this confidence comes some kind of a contagion. If you ever are observing an alpha female in the group, you will notice the entire group is taking social cues from her. Other women might hold their body like she does. They might talk in the same voice tone. They might even laugh for the same amount of time as the alpha does. So I'm glad you are tuned in. We are going to discuss this. While an alpha female is incredibly powerful, alpha female also reports some negative aspects. Researcher participants such as Journal of Leadership Education express having to pay the price for their status, strong alpha female identity. They feel at times they were negatively labeled and stereotyped. They also reported feeling forced to live up to a very high expectation. Of course, everybody else. Of course, everybody else has to do this. Everybody else has to live up to the high expectations, okay? What does this mean? Alpha female needs to come up with creative ways to manage negative aspects of their power while reaping the benefit. Do you see where I'm going out with this? Still not sure if you're an alpha female? Please take our alpha female quiz. So want to learn to leverage some of your strength? Read the articles next. So I got a quiz on this article right here in the description box. You can take that quiz yourself right here, okay? So, anyways. So, now I got the articles right here. So remember, the alpha female has a best confidant called the beta female. The second on the she's second on the social hierarchy pyramid. The beta is the alpha woman's lieutenant, so to speak. She is, and so now on this dictionary.com lists alpha female as a very powerful, successful woman, often leadership role. So take note of this. And alpha female are often described as intimidating by men and women alike. So, anyways, the alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. Okay? So, in the social hierarchy, I'm sorry about all this little thing right here that just dropped. Okay. See, the alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet, which in the common English language, the letter A, the alpha, okay? The term begins to refer to a series of group, literally metaphorically, since the 1300s. It started, it was our early, latest 1870s, when scientists began to use the word alpha male, alpha female to refer to leaders of a group of animals in the animal kingdom. The term has metaphorically been applied to socially dominant men since the 1970s. Similar to women to at least the 1990s. 1990s, alpha female was mostly used to regard women in sociological or scientific contexts. So people writing about the way humans interact in communities would use alpha female as a shorthand for de facto leader in a female social hierarchy. So this here didn't even come around till the 1990s. A little over what, I guess 33 years ago, I guess. Or I don't know how long. See, we're in 2023, so you got the picture. Since the early 2000 phrase alpha female began to take on more cultural significance. Early at 2001, female trailblazers in their respective fields were called alpha females in this sense. The term was a positive one. At the same time, alpha females also could deride the catty, the most popular girl in the middle school lunchroom, says the bullish executive in the boardroom. The stereotypical image of an alpha female at the time put her in a power suit and high heels. hair and all this other stuff done with a perfect hair confidence executive level job during the 2000s. This was negative connotation with the alpha female became spiteful, intimidating, overbearing, and bossy. That caught on and defined the stereotype. Google searches for alpha female spiked in February of 2014, April 2015, coinciding with the important moments of the career of a German professional wrestler, Marie Chris Gabbert, who took the stage name Alpha Female during those years. So, now, examples of an alpha female, so to speak. My favorite thing that happened this weekend was an alpha female trying to herd a group of her drunk friends, of course. For I'm sure alpha females find it very disgusting how men would rather make desperate attempts to overpower me instead of matching my wavelength in elevating weak you know what's. Okay. Alright? So people want to make it a double standard, so to speak, on this dictionary.com. I don't know who wrote this piece, but who uses alpha female? Okay, today term alpha female is a complex often come with double standard. Okay, it carries with the overtones of animalistic hierarchy, which the term originated, which is traditional and not flattering to women to describe an alpha female. In fact, much conversation around the alpha female is about men being intimidated by her and women hating her or being scared that she hates them. On the other hand, men and women increasingly and are proud identify as alpha female. They know what they want and are unafraid to advocate themselves to achieve it. Alpha females are typically described as career-driven, physically attractive, and, of course, I'm not going to talk about sex, empowered. But the term alpha female is used in the context of dating. Okay. Now, it's common to take an alpha female who leads and a beta male who is in a relationship. That's going to be a little bit awkward right there. So we live in a changing world where everything's evolving, so to speak. All right. The term alpha female is used in context of dating. Okay. Article books describe the power struggle between an alpha female and an alpha or beta men. Well, actually, the alpha female and the alpha male, there's a power struggle because they both are competing for the top of the social order, so to speak. But beta men will follow. I don't know where this article is saying that she's having a power struggle between the alpha and the beta men. Okay, the alpha men, yes. The alpha male is a dominant male figure. So an alpha female will have a power struggle with an alpha male. A beta male, not so much. You follow me? That is submissive, subordinate men who has supplied its counterpart. Beta female, she will follow the alpha female's orders. Okay? Dating advice focused on alpha females look for in relationship, how they expect to be treated. And where can they find men whom they will be compatible? Okay. Now, for example, an alpha female will be compatible with a sigma male. You see where I'm going at with this? And where they could find, okay, common consensus among advice books and articles, for better or for worse, seem to pair alpha female with beta men who will not get in their way. As I said, beta males will follow. But, anyways, I'm hoping to describe everything you need to know about what an alpha female is. Now, if a woman is watching my video on an alpha female conversation, how do you know if you are a kick-ass woman? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and dig into this. Alpha females often get a bad rap. Not surprising, we live in a society that brings down and confines confident, fearless women to a predetermined code of conduct. While men peacock about their alpha male traits and stuff, of course, that's going to happen no matter where you go. That's going to happen, seriously. So, now, women with these same qualities are dubbed as masculine and painted in a very negative light, so to speak. Strong women or alpha females are exactly that. Strong women who are incredible leaders with alpha traits that are inherently part of who she is, who she come across as everything she does. She's very confident. She's very strong mentally, strong-willed. And she wants to see what's best for the organization, so to speak. All right? Are you catching on with this? Leave me some comments down below. Are you catching on with this? Alpha female traits manifest in her career, personal life, hobbies, friendships, pretty much every facet of her life. These assertive, self-assured women can at least first seem intimidating, but they're women who can all look up to, one that have our backs. You can see that aura around her, that confidence. This is off of scarymommy.com, all right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and keep on reading for you. I'm going to go ahead and cover this while you're at work, on break, or whatever, or driving a car. I'm going to read this to you so you can absorb what I'm telling you. There's an oft repeated quote that makes rounds. International Women's Day, Mother's Day. Though as authors don't own, it embodies every essence an alpha female. Quote goes on. Here's to a strong woman. We may know them. We may be them. We may raise them. But here's what you need to know about the alpha female and why it's a label you should absolutely feel flattered to have. So, alpha female traits. There are definite characteristics that women exhibit push them into a new category of alpha females right here. Maybe you recognize these yourself in women who raised you, or all of the following are considered alpha female traits. All right, are you ready to dig in? Are you ready to dig into these traits right here? Self-confidence. Okay? Self-confidence. It's very important, self-confidence. Generally speaking, alpha female are confident, and they're confident in themselves. They often present a sense of self-assuredness that's palatable in a room. They consider themselves alpha females, part of the confidence that actually used the term alpha in embodying its meaning. All right? Inspiring others. Strong women have inspired women around them. And also men in a, quote, organization, so to speak. Alpha females use their leadership skills to encourage other women to be the best, or men to become their best. All right? You follow me on this? Leadership skills. Alphas usually step up to the leadership roles. All right? If there's a situation where she doesn't step up, probably because she felt she will be more useful in another role or want to encourage a fellow cohort to step up. Many alpha females are success oriented and goal driven. Ambition. All right? Those women who are inherently alphas usually come very driven, ambitious people. This can come across the very aspects of their life, not just in her career. She's probably ambitious in her personal life as well. She wants to excel at a relationship and hobbies. Okay? Now, she believes in herself. This is a trait similar to others, but this trait specifically means that alpha females have full faith, believe in herself and her ability. She not only has faith in herself, that full belief that she can do whatever she sets her mind to achieve. Okay? Well respected along the way of inspiring others to be successful. Alpha females become highly regarded as those around them. These personalities put an aura that excludes conviction and encouragement, which in turn means other people will respect them deeply for their dedication to everything they do and believe in. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a good look at this. Signs you're an alpha female. These are the signs. Are you ready? So if you're an alpha female, you probably know, especially if any of the previous listed traits apply to you. Here's some signs to look out for. You volunteer and lead meetings or events. You love encouraging others to succeed because you know their success is also your success. Okay? You're confident in your abilities even with things you are not familiar with. In other words, you can overcome obstacles. People often ask you for advice or help, and you give answers, and you give workarounds. That's what makes you a prime person to go to. You have an infectious personality that is positive. You encourage all people in all situations because you're in about equality and betterment of everyone. It's becoming a better person, a version of themselves. You and your partner are equals because even though you're a natural leader, you put care into having a balanced relationship. You organize and always have your stuff together. You own up mistakes and failures, even if they are rare. You're inclusive, collaborative in everything you do. You always want to better yourself. Those are good, very good, very, very good signs of being an alpha female. Being an alpha female, frankly, is an honor. These women are strong. They push boundaries, ask tough questions, and constantly inspire everyone around them to be better without belittling them or treating them unfairly. Okay? If you are an alpha female in your life, then hopefully you have the one near you who can sprinkle a little bit of her magic on you, dust on you, to encourage you to be your best self. So an alpha female quote listed below. Okay, Nicki Minaj said, sometimes you gotta be a beauty and a beast. They always underestimate women. Susie E. Number 3, whether I'm meant to be, I challenge assumptions about women. I do make some people uncomfortable. As far as intimidating other people, see what I'm saying? I'm well aware that that's just part of coming to grips with what I believe is one of the most important pieces of unfinished business in human history, empowering women to stand up for themselves. Hillary Clinton, so-called the New World Order globalist, who's pushing for social change, which is going to hurt everyone. She's not an alpha female, but actually she's the one woman who actually had an affair with a lawyer and made her husband, you know, the rest of the story. I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it. I'm gonna let you see that on your own. So I'm gonna go to Truly Charming to get you the stuff right here about the alpha females, so to speak. I gotta click that off that ad on that side. I don't want nobody looking at to me. Anyways, it's gonna distract where this is going. All right. So, alpha female, 12 traits a woman, high quality men like. Okay, do you know what the difference between a high quality man and a low quality man? A high quality man is the man who carries himself professionally. He carries himself. A high quality man carries himself really well. You know, he has character. He has standards that are compatible with high quality women, so to speak. So we're almost an hour into this video, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. So we're going to go ahead and do this article. We're going to talk about the alpha female, her personality traits, how she behaves in a relationship, what makes her so desirable to high quality men. And low quality men are men who often run around, low quality men run around sleeping with anything that walks. And playing games with females that are not assured about their surroundings, so to speak. Okay, now let's get into this. The chance somewhere in your travels across the internet, you probably stumbled on this term. You probably heard what it means. What is an alpha female? So, no, an alpha female is not a boss bitch. She's not a bossy chick who goes around barking orders. Okay? An alpha female does not run around barking orders at people like a chihuahua in heat, so to speak. Okay, do you get this? An alpha female is a confident, emotionally dependent woman whose strong life purpose doesn't need anyone else to complete her. At the same time, when it comes to romantic relationship and dating, she's warm and soft and warm, supportive and feminine. She's not a feminist. She'll color her hair with multiple rainbow color stuff that, is popular with the trend. She's not popular with that. She's not trending. She leads the group to success, and she gets success too. Alrighty? Let's continue on below. The main traits of an alpha woman, okay? The alpha woman is a confident woman. She's a nurturer, okay? Now, the main traits of an alpha woman. What follows her qualities alpha female tend to have in common, okay? She knows exactly what she wants. Okay, she knows exactly what she wants. An alpha lady knows exactly what she wants and goes after it always. She set a clear life purpose and doesn't let anyone or anything distract her. She also perfectly knows what she doesn't want and doesn't waste time focusing on things and people that don't add value to her life and don't contribute to her mental wellness. In a relationship, the alpha female sets clear boundaries, and if her partner doesn't respect those boundaries, she is willing to get up and depart without looking back. So this is a quality woman looking for a quality partner. And the low quality men, she will walk away and never look back. And she will not give second chances either. And if she does give second chance, she is a fool. And remember, she doesn't settle for a low quality man. She doesn't. Okay? Now, she is deeply in love with her life. An alpha woman is enthusiastic about her life, love what she does for a living. This is why you often see this type of person in a leadership role. Now, also, she's part of a social circle that loves and supports her. Now, you'll rarely see her complaining. She doesn't complain. She looks at a struggle as a challenge to become stronger, to face more challenges, more struggle. Okay? If I had to use 4 words to describe an alpha female, I would probably choose the following. All right, are you ready for the four words? Joy, love, passion, and determination. Them 4 words. Okay? She set exciting goals for herself. Now you might ask, where is the secrets of the alpha female? Well, I would say to you that she does not have secrets. She continuously sets exciting, reasonable, realistic goals for herself, which sets her apart from many other women out there. The betas, the delta, gammas, and omegas, and sigmas. It sets her apart from all those others. Okay? And she does that in every area of her life. That is career, personal growth, relationship, health. She loves to continuously step outside of her comfort zone. Okay? I have a friend, Laura, everyone defines as alpha female. She's always pursuing interesting and smart goals in life. For example, she's a manager thanks to her great leadership skills. However, her next goal is to quit her 9-to-5 job and focus on a freelance career as a software developer. She's working passionately on it. She already has good side hustle income, and she's growing it. You see where this is going? And this here does not stop here. And, however, her next goal, okay, well, I've already read that. She is into personal improvement, which she recently talked to me about some of her goals she set for the year. Reading 100 self-improvement books, that's to improve her self-image. Working out at least 20 minutes a day. No, an alpha female does not lay around idle putting on weight. If this is offensive, then you're the only one who can do something about it. She doesn't lay around idle. Writing at least an article a week to her website to attract potential client through content. She makes a difference in other people's lives. She mediate at least 10 minutes a day, learning more about emotional intelligence. That's what makes her very smart. Eating at least 2 healthy meals a day. Now, okay. Number 4 is very important. She will never settle for a toxic guy. Do you know what a toxic guy is? A low value man who runs game on various women, knocking them up, leave them holding the bag, and neglecting his own fatherly duties. So any woman who chases after these guys is a complete fool. All right? Now, let's get back to the article. She will never settle for a toxic guy. A toxic guy is an insecure man who in a relationship tends to be clingy and display toxic behaviors. Often, he's not in touch with his masculine energy, which frustrates his female partners. Sometimes a toxic guy faces problem or confrontation passive aggressively. At other time, he chooses to fake confidence. To do that, he behaves aggressively. This describes a player or a Giga Chad out there in the dating manosphere or the dating market, which is watered down to where it's close to breaking down the civilization collapsing, so to speak. I'm sorry about those. I didn't get them in a proper sentence context. Okay, give you an example. So I'm going to give you example of a toxic guy. They go to clubs and they fight over who they're going to bang, who are they going to have sex with. They fight over that woman. That is a low quality male. The alpha female does not and will not go to a club, go to bars looking for love. Do you follow me? Give you an example. Men who are not in control of their emotions, whoa. We're talking about low value men right here. They start fights in clubs are typically toxic males. And also they also sleep around with low quality women. Women who are nasty with themselves. You get the picture. Another example, man who you give that silent treatment instead of communicate assertively what he does not like is a typical toxic guy. Unlike his insecure, emotional, dependent women, the alpha female can recognize this type of guy during the first few dates and usually avoids starting a relationship with them. And she is usually attracted to alpha male behavior, typical of a confident, ambitious, high achieving men. These are the nice guys that women skip and go to the low quality men thinking that they're the prize and they're not. Listen, women, high quality men do not put their hands on women in the name of love and leaving bruises. They do not do that. That's not a high quality man. That's a low quality man. And to also take note, Any man who beats around on a woman isn't a man, and he will not touch a man. You get it? Okay, number 5. She's in a loving and supportive with her man that she picks. In a relationship, alpha woman is extremely feminine. She's not a feminist. She doesn't go around on stupid marches demanding equality. She's already got equality. This means she supports her man in every aspect of his life, and she lets him take the lead in the relationship. So in other words, an alpha woman will step down, let the man lead. And any woman who gets up and wants to lead the relationship will lead to a downfall. So we're going to go ahead and read some more right here. She adds joy and passion to his life while also letting him have all the space he needs. That's more likely a Sigma male. As we mentioned before, she's emotionally independent, and for this reason, it's not difficult for her to spend some time apart from her partner. Okay? And she doesn't freak out when he can't spend time with her. Okay? She doesn't freak out when he cannot spend time with her. She doesn't freak out. She knows they love each other, and they have to give each other space for the relationship to grow. Okay? If we had to use few adjectives to describe an alpha female personality, I would probably choose the following ones that are 5 right here. She's nurturing, playful, supportive, respectful, empathetic. You know what empathy is? Having feelings for others other than herself. Number 6, she's not afraid to share her vulnerabilities. The alpha female is a strong woman who can easily control herself in stressful situations. If you're a woman listening to this, and if this describes you, you're a badass woman. And trust me, you're badass. Okay? However, she is not afraid to share her most vulnerable side with the people she trusts, because she knows vulnerability is the key to bonding. In a relationship, she's usually the first one to share her vulnerable side. She would lead to a deeper connection with her partner. This trait is also a good side effect in being deeply in touch with her feminine energy, because this typical quality of highly feminine women is they have a strong self-awareness, which also helps them easily identify their deepest feelings and share them with people they trust. And this is something that helps them truly connect with others. Now, number 7, she's authentic. She's an authentic person. The alpha woman is an authentic person, which means she's comfortable in her own skin, doesn't try to be like someone else. She likes who she is. She knows some people will like her while some others won't. She knows this. And she's totally fine with that. She's the type of person who tell you what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. In any relationship, platonic or romantic, her priority is to give, not to be liked or to avoid conflict. Number 8, she encourages her partners to pursue his dreams and goals. And a secure woman probably will feel threatened by her partner's dreams and goals, or by anything he has outside their relationship. And this insecure woman is a woman who does not have confidence. She could have been abused in past relationships that can carry trauma and baggage. She'll be more likely need to go and face that head on with a therapist, so to speak. Are you with me on this? Let me know in the comments below. All right? I'm here to help the person become the better version of themselves, so to speak. Now, the alpha woman's logic is completely different. Now, since she's pursuing her passion, has strong life purpose, she is emotionally independent, and for this reason, she doesn't feel empty or alone when he has to focus on his career or his dreams. She knows her own worth, and she's highly confident that as a result, she doesn't see her man's passion as a threat. Why would his passion be a threat? Let me know in the comments below. She encourages her partners to pursue his dreams, and she supports him emotionally. Okay? She is excited to see him going after what he wants, because what makes him happy also makes her happy. She's an amazing, empathetic listener. Okay? And a secure woman talks about herself all the time. She may ask you a question. After a few seconds, she may redirect the conversation to herself. She needs to impress basically everyone around her that her main reason she behaves like that. Alpha female, instead, is a confident. She does not need to talk about herself all the time. She does not need to impress anyone. This makes her a great listener. She listens more than she talks, because she knows that anytime she allows someone to express her thoughts, she can actually learn something new or understand more about someone else's perspective. In a relationship, she is her man's safe haven, so to speak. For him, she is the place where he can feel emotionally safe and talk about his struggles. And she can talk about her struggles too, and pair bond. Modern women these days have let feminism wreck their mind, along with the celebrities, the media, the society, mainstream society. All this garbage out here that is totally unhealthy. Even the monsters they allow in their house called flat screen TVs. Why worry about the communists brainwashing the person? You got the flat screen TVs to do the same thing. You see? And she is the source of his physical and emotional support for the man that the alpha female's in love or in a relationship with. She is the source of a physical and emotional support. The reason behind all this, he knows she will never hurt him. Insecure women hurt their men and scar them till no end. She's empathetic, able to actively listen without judging, which insecure women judge all the time. They jump into feminism like some kind of a religion. are cold, so to speak. All right. She's empathetic, able to actively listen without judging, which makes him feel understood and emotionally safe. So, guess what? We're going to go to number 10. She will never cheat on her partner. Did you know who cheats more frequently? The emotionally dependent people. Why? According to the clinical psychologist Dr. Weber, a dependent person may be more likely to cheat because when they are not, number one, nurtured regularly, they tend to look for attention from someone outside the relationship, which is more attentive. As we mentioned, one of the main traits of an alpha female is she's emotionally independent. If she's in a healthy relationship, she won't feel she's lacking something. Okay? She won't have this exaggerate need for attention emotionally dependent women have. Do you know what that is? The modern women that are emotionally dependent upon others to feed their void. The alpha female, if she feels something is off, she will assertively talk it out with her partner. And they will ideally work together to find a solution. Okay? If that doesn't work, she'll simply feel unhappy and uncomfortable in a relationship. She will part ways with her partner, or she will do it with respect and grace. But she will never choose the cheating path, so to speak. And remember this, she has a healthy relationship with her parents. When you see the alpha woman interacting with her parents, you'll never see toxic or weird dynamics. She's usually not part of a drama family. There's no exceptions, obviously. You might see the women and people in general who grew up with toxic parents were able to become amazing, emotionally mature people and build healthy relationships. But again, these are rare exceptions. In any case, alpha woman will always treat her parents with love and respect. The same goes for how she treats her siblings. Sibling rivalry comes to mind, don't it? Number 12, she's not arrogant, but she is humble. As we mentioned, the alpha woman is emotionally independent, extremely confident in her love, with her life. She's continuously pursuing her dreams. She doesn't put up with anyone else's bullshit. So if you're a drama person and you want to come up to the alpha woman to try to make her into a pushover, I got news for you. She will not put up with it. However, she's not arrogant, but you'll see her pushing her passions with love, curiosity, and open mind. Because she's humble, she knows there's always something she can learn. When in fact she's an avid learner, because she's highly ambitious, and she knows that knowledge always equals growth. Let me repeat this back again. In fact, she's an avid learner because she's highly ambitious and she knows New knowledge equals growth. Now, let's go ahead and, you know, let's go ahead and look at what the frequent asked questions. Now, the frequently asked questions. Do alpha men like alpha females? Don't they feel intimidated by them? Okay, if we're talking about emotionally matured, high quality, confident men, then yes. Alpha men will want an alpha female by their side as long as she is feminine in the relationship. Not masculine, but feminine. You see, there are women who are highly ambitious, in touch with their masculine energy when it comes to pursue their goals. Sometimes these women find it difficult getting in touch with their feminine energy when in a relationship. This type of woman, alpha men don't like. So, the most compatible man that an alpha woman can pick and probably won't have any friction can be either two of them, a beta, which is known as a follower, or a sigma male. The sigma male can be successful leaders, but they prefer to lurk in the shadows. And as I said, sigma males will lead, they will lead when necessary. All right? Now, to the women out there that want to ask, can I be an alpha female? Okay, yes, not all alpha females were born the way they are. As we mentioned, some alpha women had to go through hard moments in their life, work a lot on themselves to become how they are now. Okay? Well, how can I become an alpha woman? These are for females who wants to become successful leaders. Observe alpha females, their traits, their habits, how they behave. Work on yourself and going in that direction. Make sure your body language is feminine, elegant, and graceful. That's a very important part. At the same time, make sure you show confidence, talk slowly, know what you want, and go after it without second thought. Go after it. I suggest you go through this article a few times to have a clear idea how alpha woman actually looks like. Now, here's the recap. Here's the recap right here. I suggest, okay, here's a recap on this. What are the traits of a true alpha female? Here's a quick recap on the traits of an alpha woman. And I'm going to highlight this here, and you can blow this video up to take a good look at this. Number one, she knows exactly what she wants. She loves her life. She sets exciting goals for herself. She will never settle for a beta male. Is loving and supporting with her man, probably a sigma male, because since the lone wolves is compatible with an alpha female. Okay? Is not afraid to share her vulnerabilities. She's authentic. She encourages her partner to pursue his dream and goals. Is an amazing, empathetic listener and would never cheat on her partner. Never. Has a healthy relationship with a parent. Lastly, isn't arrogant, but she's humble. And remember, the alpha woman has an invisible challenger from the hierarchy. Now, as I said about the alpha female, the sigma female has the same traits, and she's introverted. Everything I read about the alpha female, the sigma female has her traits, but she's very introverted and is a lone wolf. Okay? I just want to tell you, thank you very much for taking the time to allow me to go ahead and talk about the alpha female. And she is an awesome woman to have around. And she's usually a go-getter who helps solve complex problems. If she cannot find a solution to the problem, she will go and get the solution and help the organization thrive. Thank you for listening, and peace.